Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Todd and Julie Chrisley. Now, Todd and Julie Chrisley are actually kind of famous. I guess you can say they're reality TV star famous. They are a part of a show that's in its 9th season. It has been out since 2014, and it's called Chrisley Knows Best. Now, the patriarch, the leader of this clan, is Todd Chrisley himself. I actually didn't know who he was or why he was even famous, so I had to Google him myself. And he is a real estate tycoon, or so he says. So, spirit angels, ancestors, and I'm looking at the address. Yes, spirit angels, ancestors, and holy angels gather around because tonight we're going to Nashville, Tennessee. I want to be in the zip code of 37. All right, we got one card. I want to be in the zip code of 37205, and we can be there today on today's date. And today's date is June the 10th of 2022. Now, Spirit, there's some of the things that we are going to discuss happened quite a while ago. Almost, you can say, a little over 10 years ago. The Chrisleys was recently found guilty of wire fraud and mail fraud that they committed between the years of 2007 and 2012. So there was a 5-year window. And this was, all right. So we have all the cards to start with. So this is a 5-hour window. 5-hour window. This is a 5-year window where they were, I guess you can call it stealing. What he would do is he would go around to the smaller banks and take out a bunch of loans. And these loans totaled up to $30 million. Can you believe it? Altogether, he had borrowed $30 million. And these were from banks in Atlanta. Well, I'm sure they were just, had branches in Atlanta, but they were probably, substantial banks are substantial enough for him to borrow $30 million. But the problem comes in when him and Julie turned around and claimed bankruptcy and tried to walk away from $20 million in debt. And that's when the judge blew the whistle. All right, so the first card that came out is the Ten of Cups. I'm not surprised to see this. It's a couple doing well, looking good. And I've tried to do it in right at sundown, so it won't be so hard to see the cards. And I put the camera on the other side of the desk. All right, anyways, let's see what's on this Ten of Cups card. That's it. Like I said in the beginning, these are just a couple. Everything is very posh. It's a place for everything and everything in its place. Well organized. Stocked up. It's only 2 of them, but it's 10 cups. And they do have quite a clan. They have altogether 5 children. I'm not sure their ages, but their names are Savannah, Lindsay, Chase, Cal, and Grayson. All right, so the first card is a posh family in a posh environment. All right, this next card. Now, this is someone who's not in the Chrisley family. We're going to see who he is. Whoever he is, he talked. This is like a friend or somebody that was around that knew information. Yes, we're going to figure out who he is. We're going to clarify him. All right. So the next card is the Emperor. I'm not surprised to see this here. The Emperor directs everything. And the show was mainly Todd just telling everybody what to do. The episode that I have watched was one where he was having a mock funeral for himself because he wanted to know what people were going to say about him at his own funeral. And I thought to myself, that is a mighty vain thing to do. And you're also, tap dancing on thin ice. Why would you want to have a play funeral for yourself? But nonetheless, Todd Chrisley did, and now we're here. All right, so this is him. This has his energy all on it, and these are 2 of his lovely children. All right, we're going to clarify because in the background there is a fire. Things are going to crap in the background behind this picture. All right, and now we have another male. Now, this isn't Todd's energy either. This could be one of the sons. I'm not sure how old Chase and Cal are. But I think this could be the energy of one of the sons. All right, we're going to clarify all of these. So let's first start with how they are feeling at home. And like I said, we are in Nashville, Tennessee. The zip code is 37205. We're there today on today's date, which is June the 10th of 2022. Now, Cal, why am I now saying Cal? Todd and Julie have been remanded on house arrest to their home. They're not allowed to leave their home, which is located in the 800 block of Linwood Boulevard. That's we're in the 800 block of Linwood Boulevard. And Spirit, you have shown me the family here, and everything is still very well organized. You give me the energy inside the house with them in the 800 block of Linwood Boulevard. What is the energy around Todd and Julie now as they are in their home? All right, we have two cards that came out on their energy now. All right, I seen him. This card showed up in the reading about the Olympians. This is a detective or someone who's like going over to find details, looking for something. So this is probably one of the Chrisley's lawyers trying to find a loophole or a way to get them out of it. So he's there with them. They didn't say that they couldn't have company. I think they're just not allowed to leave the house, which is located in the 800 block of Linwood Boulevard. They're not allowed to leave the house unless they're going to like the doctor or the church or something like that. No dinner parties for them. Well, they can have dinner parties. They just can't go to any. All right, and we have the Six of Cups. Oh, look at these two. That is Julie and Todd's energy right there. So they are still, as you can see, they're still pretty lovey-dovey. I'm telling you, the couple that stills together tend to stay together. You know too much. I can't let you go. All right. So they're there. They're with their lawyer. Let's see who this young man is. Because whoever he is, he has nothing to do with the family. He's not related. But he's the type of character that will do a tell-all interview with like the Inquirer. Like he's ready to talk. Let's see who he is. He's close to the family because he feels like he knows enough to talk. All right, Spirit, you shown me this young man who has been around the Chrisley family long enough to do like a tell-all or an interview. Could you give me more of this young man's energy? Is this one of the children's schoolmates or one of the children's exes? Who is this young man that's ready to do an interview about the Chrisleys? What can you tell me about him? I'm asking about, oh, all right. And this is the, I didn't show it first. This is the Tarot in Wonderland deck. All right, so what came out, oh, and the little bag fell too. All right, so what came out is the Eight of Pentacles card. And this is somebody who is working. That's what the Eight of Pentacles is. It's a card about working. You're still working on it. But not only like working on it. This is somebody who could have worked for the family. It could, because, you know, they have a lot of pools. I did see one of those episodes to where they were, they had a backyard pool. So whoever the young man is, he worked around or for the Chrisleys at one point. He's been on the inside. He knows things. Can't wait to watch his interview, whoever he is. All right, so let's get the energy of Todd himself. And we're going to ask about that affair, because there has been alleged that he was had a gay affair, and me and Spirit kind of bounced it off each other for a little bit and thought about it, and we both come to agreement that if he did have a gay affair, that he was more than likely the top, because I don't see Todd Chrisley submitting to anybody anytime soon. So Spirit, you give me the energy of Todd Chrisley now and how he feels about things as far as his upcoming sentencing, and they face a total of 30 years. Some say Julie is looking at more time because I guess she was a little bit more involved in the scamming. Can you give me the energy of Todd Chrisley now as he is in his home in 800 block of Linwood Boulevard? All right. Oh, wouldn't you know? I would expect to see this. It's the Hermit card. The guy who just is off in his cave, and you know, rightfully so, he can't come out. His sentencing is, when is the sentence? It's a ways from now. It's like it's months from now. All right, now I do want to ask a question. Since we are in Todd's energy right now, Spirit, I want to ask you, when they were committing these crimes of fraud in 2007 and 2012, all right, trying to get all the cards organized here. When Todd and Julie were committing these frauds in 2007 to 2012, this was before the show. The show did not come out until 2014. So that means all right. These two came out. And we're still in Todd's energy. I'm going to clarify these two, but I want to see what card comes out while I'm asking this question. All of the wealth that the Chrisleys were flaunting on their TV show in 2014 and 2015, all of that wealth was ill-gotten. It was obtained with those fraudulent loans. So what I would like to know, Spirit, is did Todd ever have any intention on paying this money back, maybe after they made it big on the show where they're going to pay the money back? What I'm asking you, was Todd ever going to pay back the money? Oops. All right. One fell, and it fell face down, so that means I'm going to read it. All right. We have 4. And like I said, we're just in Todd's energy right now. And we're asking, essentially, I was wanting to know if he ever was going to pay it back. So we have the Hermit card, as we know that he's on house arrest, so he's the Hermit. All right, but the other 2 cards, that is 4 cards that came out altogether. All right. These 2 came out first. The 9 of Wands. Yeah, the 9 of Wands. I don't know if you can see that really good. And the Page of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands. This is some funny energy. It's hilarious. This is how he wants to be in jail. He's already, as you know, as you would think, a man who plans his funeral before he dies, of course, he's planning his prison stay. You see how this man is like all alone, perched up here, and then it's like this devil overlord character looking down over him. He doesn't mind going to jail. He just wants to go to a very exclusive part of the jail. He is trying to figure out how can he still be treated like Todd Chrisley while in prison. Now, if that's not vain, I don't know what is. This is somebody trying to plan out a cell. Like, when I say plan it out, I mean like plan it out in the way you would plan out decorating a room. Or where the cell is going to be. Can I have a window? Am I going to, what am I going to eat? What's going to be in my commissary? This is his way of thinking right now. He's already thinking of ways to enhance that cell. Todd. He's a funny character. All right. And next up, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, this here has that, the energy. I don't know what this card is, part of the story it is, but I think it might be the story where they were trying to find a philosopher's stone where you can, like, turn base metals into gold, that type of thing. So you're like trying to destroy something and to make something new. It's kind of like a way of trying to like money launder. So it's still something that Julie and Todd are holding back that the courts and everybody don't know about. Probably a little money stash They're still trying to, well, at least Todd's still trying to figure out ways to hide it or to change it into something else or to say it's from this, but it's really from that. So, you know, the fraudulent way of thinking hasn't stopped. And lastly, we have the Hierophant and the Willow Fortune. So this is, like I said, this is all still Todd's energy right here. The Willow Fortune is somebody with that feeling of, you know, the tides are turning. It was gonna, like it was his turn, but also not only was it his turn, looking at all the different, like this is a whole cycle. It actually has all of the zodiacs all the way around it. So this is like somebody looking at the years that are going to be going by in their mind. Like, you know, if I get 10 years, I'm going to be this old. Or if I get 30 years, I'm going to be that old. So he's kind of weighing through his mind when he might get out and what life will be like then. All right. And last up for Todd is the Hierophant. I'm actually disappointed we didn't see more of Julie's energy out here, but I guess she has bigger fish to fry. All right, now the Hierophant. It's just funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. So y'all remember that movie, The Mummy, to where the guy, you know, he was dead for thousands of years, and then he came back from beyond the grave and was just even more powerful than he was before he was put in there. Yes, this is somebody already planning their comeback. You cannot say anything about Todd Chrisley's faith in himself, okay? Because he sees himself as this powerful person that's going to come back. But not only is he going to come back, but he's going to live good while he's in there. He's going to calculate this situation out. Okay, he's going to figure it out. All right. His energy is very assertive. Now, all right, we already did the young man. So we only have one person left to clarify. And like I said, I was disappointed we didn't see more of Julie, but her energy came out in the very beginning with, she's just, you know, being a wife and a mom right now. Like I said, they have a few months before they get sentenced. All right, so this is one of the children, one of the male children. And since it's the King of Coins, I'm going to say it's probably the oldest one. And I don't know which one is the oldest one, so I don't want to mess his name up. We're just going to call him the older boy. Because he could be getting prepped to have to take over things, you know, for Todd when he goes away. He probably had to, you know, become the man of the house. So someone's going to have to take care of his mom, Elizabeth. All right. So could you give me more about this older male child's energy? And he is also at the 800 Black Linwood Boulevard home in Nashville, Tennessee. The zip code is 37205. You show me the younger, well, the younger male than Todd, but the older brother. So you showing me the oldest male child. Can you give me more about his energy here as it relates to Todd and Julie Chrisley, who is in the 800 Block of Linwood Boulevard, zip code 37205, and it is today's date. All right. So 2 cards that came up. And this is the energy of the oldest boy. All right, they came out at the same time. Oh, I don't know if this young man thinking about marrying, because he's got his mind on his own lovely lady and the sun rising in his own life. So even though like things are going to crap with his parents' life, he could give 0 zoinks right now. He has his eye on this young lady and his own future. All right, we're going to leave it right there. Again, I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.